If this isn't a boost for you to get Nostr today, if you've been somebody who's been putting it off and off, let today be the day. If you're on Apple, if you got the App Store, download Damus, DAMUS. If you're on Android, download Amethyst from the Google Play Store. Set up an account. It takes you 2 seconds. You don't have to put in any information, your name, phone number, email, nothing. They generate a public key and a private key that's like your username and password. And you can go on there and you can find this guy. He's in Venezuela. I'm just going to track him down here. Make sure I get the right one. His name is Malos. Malos 10. Should we show any of these videos? I don't know. I don't really want to get kicked off of YouTube today. Like it's nuts. They're tearing down statues. They're rioting. There's people dying. And this guy's posting kind of all the stuff you wouldn't see anywhere else. So let me bring this up here. You would not see this on Facebook. You would not see this on Twitter even. But this is the profile here that I want you to check out. Malos 10. So how do I share this? Copy user public key. I'm going to put this in the Zap.stream chat if anybody's in there. Or not if anybody's in there, but if anybody wants to check him out. So he's given a real behind the scenes, the actual story of what's happening in Venezuela right now. So if people are unfamiliar with that, they had an election on, I think, Sunday night. And it was very obvious, just like here in North America, that their candidate, their dictator, did not win, but they had a sudden boost of votes at 3 a.m, just like the US. Funny how that happens. I don't know why this is on the screen. I don't need to be sharing me twice. Funny how that happens. So anyways, they're tearing down statues. They're ripping down his posters. They're rioting. It'll be interesting to see what comes of it. One of the posts on here, let me find it here. I think it was from last night. Man, he shared a lot. There's a lot of videos on here. I don't know if he slept in the last 2 days. But where was the post here that okay, let's just look at this quickly. I'm not going to share it. I don't know if you'll have sound or not. It doesn't really matter. But this is Chavez statue. I think Chavez was the old dictator, and there's another one now. But you can see here the popular notes on the side. It says, I don't want to publish the video of death, but the world needs to know. So that's tearing down some statues. Where's the other? This was the post. It says, I already feel the riots are crossing the not turning back point. So many dead, and this will not be for nothing. Pretty crazy. So check him out on Nostr. That's the beauty of Nostr. I watched a panel yesterday of, I think it was Odell, Will from Damus, and American Hodl. They were talking about Nostr at the Bitcoin conference. And they were talking about exactly what I've been talking about for the last little while, is that Nostr is like the information version of Bitcoin. I mean, money is just information. It's just a ledger. That's how we keep track of who owes what, who has what. It's just a ledger. But Nostr is the Bitcoin version of information because of the relays, because of how it's uncensorable. You cannot be censored on Nostr. So that's why I think over these next few months, when we see things like this happening and they get banned from Twitter, they get banned from Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, this is where we're going to find stuff. Nostr. So even if you don't have anything to post, if you're not there yet in your Bitcoin journey, I would consider getting an account just to follow what's really happening in the world, because this is where we're going to see it. It's not going to be on our usual social media platforms, as much as everybody likes to think that, Elon's this big freedom advocate, it's not going to be on there. So check him out on Nostr. I want to give him a shout out because he's doing some great work over there, and not easy work either. I know that he's not getting all these videos or any of them, but he's the one sharing it to the world. So it's a scary place to be, I think, in those countries. So I'm really surprised that they haven't cut off the internet there yet. It's probably coming. Cayman said, Zap.stream not working for me. That's interesting. Seems like a few people in there, so it must be working still, but that's part of being early. We'll see. Ian says 132% of Venezuelans voted. Isn't that amazing? Yeah, that sounds a lot like what? Arizona? What was the other state that had a ton of mysterious voters? It's pretty sad, and I'm really hoping that we have a somewhat fair election. I don't know. This is the quote I like to talk about is voting is like the equivalent of voting is the adult version of writing a letter to Santa. And I think that's true in a lot of ways. People get pretty wrapped up in the politics stuff, but I think for the most part, it doesn't really matter, which is unfortunate. But I do think that we're heading towards a place where it will matter and people can verify their votes. We have the ability now to do it. Technology's already here. We just have to figure out a way to do it.